I would say that Splatfests have always been controversial. There has always been an element to Splatfest that people question. Like even back to the first game, I can remember hearing rumblings of people not really being happy with how Splatfests are turning out, and that is no different with the second game. When the second game did come out and Pearl did win quite a lot of the Splatfest that did happen like in 2017, a lot of the people in the community were saying that Splatfests were rigged, and I did make a video around about this time last year, I do believe, asking whether Splatfests are rigged, and I guess that conversation is still knocking about in the community in the present day, but I guess the conversation has sort of moved away from it is rigged towards Pearl, but now people are saying that pretty much it is rigged so that the least popular team will always win Splatfest. So what I have done a little bit of research. I have included every single Splatfest in Japan, North America and Europe. So I will be including European exclusive Splatfest like the one that happened last weekend, Relax Adventure, and of course I will be including exclusive North American Splatfest. But what I thought I would do is have a look at how much the least popular team are winning the Splatfest. But I just want to touch on whether I think Splatfests are rigged first before I do get into that sort of stuff. Do I think Splatfests are rigged? No, I don't. I don't think Nintendo will, want to rig the Splatfest so that, one character or one team, like the least popular team, will always win. Just because I kind of feel like if Nintendo did that, then I kind of feel like they would realise that it would put off people from, playing the game. I kind of feel like if they wanted to rig the Splatfest, then I kind of feel like they would know that the community would latch onto that. They would know what is happening, and people would just stop playing Splatfest, and Nintendo don't want that to happen. So I don't think Nintendo are intentionally rigging the Splatfest, but maybe the system in place, maybe that could be improved, and that is what I will be sort of questioning in this video, is can the system in place be improved for Splatfest? So yeah, like what I said before, I know this video is a little bit all over the place, but like what I have said before, I have done some research in terms of looking at how often the least popular team in Splatoon 2 have won the Splatfest, and like what I have said, I have included every single Splatfest in my research, but global Splatfest count as just one Splatfest. So I just wanted to quickly mention that before I do go into the stats that I have discovered whilst doing my research. So there has been 33 Splatfests in total. 20 of them have been won by the least popular team, so that is over half. Now it definitely does feel like at the moment, like in 2018, it definitely does feel like the least popular team have won most of the Splatfests, and your feelings, my feelings have been proven by this next stat, and that is the least popular team have won the last 9 Splatfests, dating back to the Gurk In versus Gurk Out Splatfest. That was the last Splatfest in Europe that wasn't won by the least popular team, and that was quite a while ago. And that is the same weekend where you guys in North America, or maybe a couple of weeks after that, a couple of weeks before, but pretty much the 9 winning streak of the least popular team winning the Splatfest dates back to the Love versus Money Splatfest as well, and that is the same Splatfest for that month. That is quite incredible to think that the last 9 Splatfests have been won by the least popular team. Now that would probably be a 6-month period, just because you got the TMNT tournament. You had 3 Splatfests in 1 month, so the least popular team have won the last few Splatfests dating back over the last 6 months. So that is why it does feel like the least popular team is winning Splatfest all of the time. The last 9 Splatfests have been won by the least popular team. This is a little bit shorter in Japan. That 9 winning streak is for the West. In Japan, there is a 5 winning streak for the least popular team. So the least popular team in Japan have won the last 5 Splatfest. So it definitely does feel like at this moment in time that the system definitely does favour the least popular team. You have over half of the Splatfest that we have had in Splatoon 2 being won by the least popular team, and the last 9 Splatfests have been won by the least popular team in the West, the last 5 in Japan. So can the system be improved? And that is what I have been thinking about over the last few days. I've been thinking about maybe they could do like a point system where you get 3 points for a win, and say like if you get in mirror matches, maybe you could get half a point instead of, you know, winning 3 points for your team. But then when it comes to the final Splatfest, that the points will be in like tens of thousands. So I guess they couldn't necessarily do that. And I guess if you got something for winning the mirror matches, then I guess the pendulum would swing over from the least popular team winning all of the Splatfests all of the time to the most popular team winning all of the Splatfests. I kind of feel like, I thought about maybe they could get, like in this current system, maybe you get like 0.5% or 0.25% for winning mirror matches. But again, maybe that would swing the pendulum too far over to the most popular team. The reason why that mirror matches do exist in the first place is that you don't wait in the lobby screen. Yes, those matches don't count, but if you just waited for matches where you came up against, people from the other team, if you are on the most popular team for that Splatfest, then you might have to wait quite a while to get into a match. So I guess it's all in terms of, what do you prefer? Do you prefer waiting in a lobby, or do you prefer playing in a match? Yes, it is pointless, but you are playing in a match, nonetheless. So it's not a sort of simple solution to fix this problem. If you look at the latest stats for the last European Splatfest, the percentages were really close. So I guess if you got like 0.25% for winning mirror matches against your own team, then I guess pretty much in the last Splatfest, Relax would have won it. And like what I said before, the pendulum could swing over to the most popular team winning all of the Splatfest. So I'm not sure what they could do. Maybe they could just get rid of the most popular vote and add in a third option where it is turf inked. But then again, that third option will always probably be won by the most popular team, unless that inkage sort of factor only counts when you do come up against the other team. Or maybe it could be how many people got to the final rank in Splatfest. Maybe that could be a factor where they decide where a point goes. But then again, that just favours people that play the game on a constant basis. It doesn't take into account people that are busy on Splatfest days. And yeah, I'm not really sure whether that would be a good idea to add in that factor to decide Splatfest. So all in all, can the system be changed? Yes, but I am not the one to come up with the solution. Maybe you guys can come up with the solution in the comment section below. What I'm trying to say here is that it is tricky to get a balanced system that is fair to both sides. But I don't know, I kind of feel like at the moment maybe the system does need to change, just because of course the least popular team are on a really long streak at this moment in time. Splatfests are getting a little bit boring. They are getting a little bit predictable because the least popular team are always winning the Splatfest. So, do I think the Splatfests are rigged? Not intentionally, but maybe the system does favour the least popular team. I'm not so sure, to be honest with you. I'm really not sure about that. But I don't think Nintendo are rigging the system. I really don't feel like Nintendo are intentionally rigging Splatfest, because that would just be stupid on their part. They wouldn't want to do that, I feel like, just because that would put off people from playing Splatfest. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. In terms of what choice to go for this weekend, go for the least popular team, and I would say that would be Team Spoon, but I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's just a lot of people are just going with the least popular team now, and I kind of feel like Nintendo need to change the system so that the system is where it's just on the topics and it's based on what topic you rather vote for. I guess we've always had this problem ever since the game did launch. People did pick Marina's side just because it is Marina when the game did first come out. And I guess that could be a reason why Marina does get a lot of the most popular votes. So yeah, it's a difficult balancing act, and that is what I'm trying to discuss in this video. So yeah, I just wanted to share those stats that I did sort of discover when doing my research. So hopefully you have enjoyed this discussion video. It is a little bit all over the place, but I think it is a discussion that is worth having, especially how you will need to get an online Switch membership now to play in Splatfest, if the system is still in place and if the least popular team always win the Splatfest. I think you will see, obviously you will see a drop in the number of people playing online. Of course, not everybody will buy a Switch online membership, but I feel like a lot of people, if that situation did happen where the least popular team just won all of the Splatfest all of the time, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't bother playing in those Splatfests anymore. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I guess with the Switch online membership, how you probably will have a drop in the number of people playing Splatoon 2 online. Maybe that could sort out the situation somewhat, but I'm not so sure, to be honest with you. I'm really not sure what the answer is to the second question that I did pose in this video. Can the system be changed? Can the system be made more balanced? And I'm not so sure about that, to be honest with you. It is a difficult balancing act, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.